Not even the Hive is safe from a graphical upgrade. Well, some parts of it anyway. We've been extremely busy since the last time that you've seen us. We have practically ripped apart the entire Hive, replaced some buildings around, and generally just upgraded everything. So from a world map perspective, the Hive is certainly looking a lot more condensed and much nicer. And all it's taken is moving a few buildings around just so that they fit in a bit better. I say that's all it's taken. It has actually taken several hours to replace everything here, but we don't need to worry about that. Anyway, I've got a few things that I want to show off around here today and a few things that I would like to also do here. So let's start off by looking at the new addition to our builders workforce and welcome in Forest, our fourth builder for the Hive. He has pretty much helped us deconstruct and move a lot of these buildings around the place, so the help was definitely welcomed. I would say at this point that the Hive is pretty much nearly complete. All we have are a few more buildings left to place down within it. And of course we still need to upgrade everything to level 4 and level 5. I have a list here of all of the buildings that we still need to place down within the Hive, and that is then practically all of the buildings that we can place down within the MineColonies mod. So we'll start off with the Sifter build, which is right here actually, and all we need to do is simply come in and build it, or get our idiots to pick that up and construct it for us. It is the same story with the school building. We do already have the building block placed down, just not yet constructed, because we required the higher learning research just to unlock the school, which we now have, and it came as part of the university overall, so let's just simply come in and construct it. On the topic of the university and research, we have also unlocked the library build, the mystical site build, and the graveyard build, as well as the barracks. So there is another 4 buildings that we then need to construct around here as well, which I think we will start off with the library build, and if I recall it should be just around here actually. Yep, right here, so let's also construct that. It will just sit above the university. On the world map, you may notice that we have a fairly big gap here in the Hive, which is this space right here, and this is where the barracks will then occupy. Then beside the barracks and the apiary build, we have the graveyard build, which we will also just construct here. So on the buildings that we then still need to construct, we have the Combat Academy, which will require the barracks to be upgraded first, alongside the archery build, which will both fit inside of the barracks once it's up and constructed. So we'll get that up, upgrade it, get the research for it, then we'll get in the Combat Academy and the archery. We also have the Enchanter's Tower that we need to construct, which is just right here actually, and this is sitting behind what will become the graveyard. This is an interesting build because it's technically 3 levels high. So let's add yet another one then onto the work order list, and that then only leaves 2 buildings remaining. We have the Nether Miner and we have the Mystical Site. The mystical site building, well, there's a diamond in the rough, that is the Sifter build already up, holy crap. The mystical site is classed as a decoration, although it does have a hut block that we can create, and it is split over 2 levels and has 3 cells within each level, so it's a fairly awkward looking build. So what a good job that we've already made some space for such an awkward build. And we will sit it... Well, there's the school done as well. Holy crap, man. We will sit the mystical site then within this area that we have here, which is just down from... I have no idea what it's just down from. Regardless though, let's go ahead with this decoration. It is just down from a stairwell that leads to a corridor, so yep, nothing really exciting here. Unfortunately for the nether miner build, there is no Hive schematic of that build. And I just think that constructing any other style that isn't Hive really isn't going to mesh well with the overall looks of the Hive here. So in other words, unfortunately for this playthrough, we're not going to have a nether miner. Which is a sad prospect because I really do like those buildings, but at the same time, it really just doesn't fit in with what we're going for here. So anything nether related, I will just simply need to go get for them. And I think that about then covers all of the new buildings that we need to place in and the overall tour of what we've done around the Hive here. Right, let's get stuck in. Of which I do see that the sifter build is up here, so I'm guessing all they required in was some dirt for level 1. Right, let's upgrade that to level 2 next. Forest is also removing some blocks around here for the library build. That's, well, it's not okay, but it will just need to do. I see you teleporting in there, Marco. You are sleeping. We will need to get some research to stop you doing that. That can wait though. They also just finished off with the school build there, I believe. And yep, indeed they have. They've given it a roof, basically. We have our first pupil in, and we do not have anyone that could become our teacher here, unfortunately. So the kids will just remain as dumb as rocks, I suppose. No different to the adults then. I suppose that actually takes me on to one other little change that I've made around the colony. We are now at a maximum of 50 citizens. Yes, we'll need more research to increase that. But the third floor of the Hive now is pretty much dedicated to all of the housing for the colony. The bottom 2 floors are more dedicated to all of the other buildings around the place. Mainly civic on the bottom, I would say. And agricultural builds are still over here, so farms and all that are just further down the way there. I do see Faye out here, hard at work deconstructing, so she's doing the barracks. We will get that up to level 3 as soon as we can. Jacob has picked up the Enchanter's Tower, and oh yes, I do see him deconstructing up the top there. So that's another bloody mess incoming. I think Emery has picked up the graveyard, and she shouldn't need to do too much deconstructing. She certainly has a lot of clearing out that she will need to do, of which I'm just going to let her get on with that. I can't be bothered. Good, okay, let's go have a little look at some researches then. So in order for us to increase our population, we are going to need to go for the Hamlet research, which will increase our max citizen count by another 50. That will require some steak, of which I do have some on me. In fact, is that just enough for this? Yes it is. Where is that research to stop our guards from sleeping more? That's it there, accuracy. Let's also go for that. And I think that will just simply do for now. I will need some more food. Let's quickly go back to the restaurant for that. Of which I think I may need to reteach these idiots how to make a lot of things here. Yes. This is an unfortunate side product of us having to deconstruct and move these buildings around. Some of them, if not most of them actually, have lost all of the recipes that we have taught them already. But I'm used to that sort of nonsense. Looking at you there, Sawmill. The only items on the open request list at the moment are for wheat, which the farmer will eventually make for us, but they will be a little bit slower at it. I have removed all of the big fields that we had. They were just taking up more space than they were worth, so instead, beside the farm hut, we have some smaller fields. And because it is level 3, it can look after 3 fields each, of which here's our wheat. Yeah, just a waiting game with this. I think what I will do actually to speed that up is just allow him to use some fertilizer. That will give the composter next door at least then something to do. The farming buildings that we got up last time should all now be up to the level 2 mark, and I think the workers within them are doing an alright job. Plenty of wool from the shepherd, plenty of raw beef and leather from the cowhand, probably rabbit feet from the rabbit hutch herder. They're all escaping. I literally think all of those rabbits there have just jumped to their death down here. That's kind of funny actually. All that bloody work I did for absolutely nothing. I can't think of anything funnier. I see the chicken herder is doing a marvellous job, so we're going to get an abundance of eggs around the colony at some point. As well as the swine herder by the looks of it. Oh yes. I do believe that once we upgrade these buildings to level 3, 4 and 5, the animals should stop escaping, but until then, they will just run riot. But hey, free food at least. Well, finally, something for me to do here. We require 32 bookshelves in for forest. That is for the library build, and of course will require a lot of books, which requires a lot of sugarcane and leather. Between the cowhand and the plantation build, they should eventually supply them with all of that. It will take quite some time, however. These idiots still have quite a lot of clearing out to do here for these new buildings, and I'm kind of bored, so I think I may go exploring for some books. Or bookshelves, I should say. Let's maybe go find the end portal. There's usually a library around there. Although unfortunately, I don't have any ender pearls or blaze rods, so into the nether we go. And I do see a fortress for us. It's not very close, but close enough for an adventure. Well, as much as I would like to say that was eventful, nothing at all happened there on the way to the fortress. Here's some blazes, so let's get some rods. Yep, into the fire. And even better, here's a blaze spawner for us. Perfect. I did bring a warp plate with me, let me put that in, and I think I've attuned it back home. Yes, I have. And whilst I am here actually, let me take out a few more gold ingots. And after a few more blaze rods, I think we'll go do a spot of trading. Hello then, Mr. Piggy, you take in a few of them. Give me some goodies back, please. Are there no more of you idiots around here? Just the one of you? Here we go then, a nice cluster of you idiots. Right, take them all in. Well, that was certainly a good haul, and the eyes are going in that direction. Right, let's go. And I think we may have found it. Yep, let's get down. Stone bricks are normally a good sign, yes indeed. Now, if we find a portal, that'll be grand, but really, I just want some bookshelves. Yep, exactly what I was after. So I think our idiots wanted 32 bookshelves. Well, I think I've definitely got them covered. Yes, I definitely think that will keep them going for a little while here. Right, let's find this bloody portal then, and get straight back to the colony. And here it is actually, even better. Guys, could we not? Oh, and of course it's a pretty bad spawn here as well, just one eye, of course. Well, no worries, I will just finish this off for you, and I think maybe next time we'll go into the end. Or maybe this time, I suppose. Thank you, Silverfish. I mean, as much as I would, I am very, very much not prepared for this. I don't even have a bow, so yes, we will still leave this till next time, I think. Oh, who am I kidding? I love murdering stuff. And that is now one very dead dragon. Right, hurry up already, give me the loot so that I can go back to my idiots. Although, just before I do, just how close are we to an end city? Regardless, chorus fruit. Well, I'm not sure about the city part, but there is certainly something just across the way. And I also see some ender bees, which I'm going to grab. As for this though, it seems to be an obsidian desert temple, or purpur desert temple I suppose I should say. Oh, hello you. Lots of endermites within this. Guys? Someone want to come help? You know, I am just not mining for obsidian. Please, let's not trigger anything. Good. Yeah, some interesting loot down here, I suppose. Elytra would be a lot nicer a loot to find, but I'll take anything, I suppose. Interesting structure, though. A few goodies within it. There is something purpurish just across the way here. Yep, not a clue what this thing is here, but inside of it, just some more garbage. Although that might not be garbage, or maybe it is still. While Forrest is now 1/5 of the way done with our library build, he will get this up to level 1 pretty quickly from here now that he has the bookshelves. Faye and Emery are still clearing out the areas here for the barracks and the graveyard build, so that will take them a little while longer. As for Jacob and the Enchanter's Tower, he is 10% done with it and has made an absolute bloody mess. So all in all, another standard day around here.